Do you know that hundreds of millions of dollars allocated for scholarships go unclaimed every year? Like, end of the year, the money is still lying there. Did you know that? Well, that is because 70% of students apply to 30% of the scholarships. That is because they are focusing on the very popular scholarships. In order to strategize well, you should apply for either the scholarships that are not too popular, or if you are going to be applying for the popular scholarships, don't just go out there and submit an application. No, you need to take time to plan, to strategize, to make sure that you have everything in mind on how you are going to tackle that particular scholarship. So in this video, I'm going to be helping you plan and strategize for that scholarship, because the thing is also that with these popular scholarships, they are always mostly fully funded, right? And everybody likes a fully funded scholarship. So in this video, I'm going to show you how do you plan, how do you strategize in order to get that particular scholarship. And I've told you already, the goal of doing this is that by December 2023, we are going to be popping champagnes because you have gotten that dream scholarship and therefore leading you to get admissions into that dream university. I have prepared our 2023 study abroad vision board, planners and journal, and right now they are available on the website. You can go buy it on my website, or there's a link in the description box. You can just click on it and it's going to take you there and you can go buy it. So you have a notebook and then you have your various colored sticker papers, and you are talking about the various scholarships, right? So let's say that you have a notebook and this is it open here. You can either, okay, I'm going to put the notebook like this. That way it is easy. So what you do now is you pick, this is green, right? And then you can write here name of scholarship. You have name of scholarship. Because this is January, I'm going to talk about a scholarship that is currently open right now, and that is the Mixed Japanese Government Teachers Training Program, right? That is open right now. And what is the first thing that you have to do? You see that you have to determine the eligibility of this scholarship to see if you're eligible for it. So I'm going to put one sticker note here, one, and then we are going to stick this one here. All right, this is good. So the idea of what we are doing is that we are trying to determine what is this a good scholarship for me? The name of the scholarship is the Mixed Japanese Government Teachers Training Scholarship. You found it. It's a scholarship for master students, and you're like, all right, let me see if I can apply for this scholarship or not. So I'm going to grab my iPad here and I'll look through the information about the Mixed Japanese Government Scholarship. Okay, so when you now search for that information, remember we are looking at about the scholarship. We are looking at the eligibility. That's what we are looking at, to see if we are eligible to apply for the scholarship. So if you have access to the database, all you have to do is just click on the link and it takes you to the official scholarship page. But if you don't, what you can type on Google is study in Japan Mixed Teachers Training Program, right? Okay, so now it comes up. This is the website. I don't know if you all can see it. This is the official website of this particular scholarship provider, and it has come up here. So I'm just going to go through it, and I'm going to look at you have application guidelines, you have the course guide application form. So I'm going to type on the application guidelines because I want to see, am I eligible? I'm taking notes about eligibility, right? I want to see what are the eligibility criteria for this scholarship and can I apply for it. So now it comes up, qualifications and conditions. Okay, so it says nationality. That is the first thing that it's written here, nationality. And then applicants must have nationality of a country that has diplomatic relations with Japan. Does your country have diplomatic relations with Japan? If the answer is yes, on this other side, you click check. All right, age. In principle, applicants must be born on or after April 1988. When is your date of birth? So we write here, this is April 2nd, 1988. When is your date of birth? Are you eligible? If you are eligible, you can click yes. If you are not, no, right? And then academic and career background. Applicants must be graduates of university or teacher training schools. Did you graduate from any teacher training school? So our next one is teacher training. Maybe somebody may not have it. You put X here. And then visa requirements. All applicants shall. Okay. So you now go through the whole list and everything. And then you write the things here. Write it here. And then now you start looking at this list as, okay, check, check, no, check, 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 no. So the thing is, you already have 2 no's here, which means that in principle you cannot apply for the scholarship. And because you cannot apply for this scholarship, you let it go and you go to the next one. And you do the same thing. On the journals, you see that I give a space where you should write the name of the scholarship, and then 2 boxes where you put the criteria that they're asking for, and then you check or you X. You check or you X. Then you can now see, okay, can I apply for this scholarship? Can I not apply for this scholarship? And it gives you a very fast process that you can go through, and then you're like, okay, this scholarship is for me or this scholarship is not for me. On that planner, there is a section there that talks about question and answer strategy, because yes, you have to really think about, if you're going to be applying for a fully funded scholarship, what are the moving parts, and do a lot of research. So when you look here, you see that this is the application forms that you have to fill up. And of course here, this is more like some kind of a CV, but there's a specific part there that I want you all to really pay attention to. So you have surname, given name, middle name. So you'll be filling up this form, male, female, you have to check it. Then you have to check all of this information, provide like the background about like your studies, where you went to high school, and if you've ever had other scholarships before. Yeah, this is a junior high school, tertiary education. What did you study? They're just trying to get to know you, so you have to look at this. But when we are talking about question and answer strategy, we are going to go to a part of the form where here they say that in more than 150 words, state the outline of your major field of study and research plan. This section will be used as one of the most important references for selection. Your statement must be typewritten in block letters. Any relevant documents may be attached if necessary. Selected universities and fields on the placement preference application form should be related to each research plan. Those who desire, okay, this is just like more information. But what you have to think about here is they are asking you about your research plan. And I realized that some students that I mentor, so many of them were like, they sent to me the previous things that they had written, and I was like, oh my god, no, you all are doing it all wrong. This is why you really have to do research when you come to this section before you fill it up. So in this thing, you have the teaching field, the research theme. Let me tell y'all a secret, free here, okay? When they talk about a research theme, and you of course, at this point you're strategizing to apply for a scholarship, right? I understand the urge for you to be like, oh, I'm interested in, most of you all are teachers, so, or most of whatever field that you're going to be applying for, but those that are applying for this scholarship are teachers. But there is always that thing of, oh, I am interested in, one of them in my mentorship group, they're like, I'm interested in the history of teaching and education. And I was looking at him and I'm asking, yeah, but how relevant is that in this day and age? Listen, you guys, when you are strategizing to plan for a scholarship, think about it from the perspective that you are in the business of selling yourself to the scholarship provider. And 1,000 other students are also in the business of selling themselves to the scholarship provider. So your topic, just as they said, this is going to be one of the most important part. Your topic shouldn't be this thing that I always dreamt about as a kid. No. This is you strategizing. You think about, what does the scholarship provider want? What are they looking for? And how can I find a middle ground where okay, I am able to study what I want to study, but at the same time, I'm able to give the scholarship providers what they are looking for. And most times, how do you know what scholarship providers are looking for? By doing background research on that particular scholarship provider. This is offered by the Japanese government, for example. Whatever scholarship you're applying for, do a background research. That is why on the other part of this is why this study abroad vision board, you should definitely get a copy, because I start by asking you about the scholarship. This is you doing a background research of these scholarship providers, what are they looking for? And then this is where it comes in handy, because if you had done a background research, then you come here and you are like, this year maybe they are interested in, we are living, in fact, we are still in a pandemic, so the world is interested about with things related to public health. They are interested with the sustainable development goals. They are interested with tech, because tech is practically ruling the world right now, and they are interested in, yeah, let's just take those three things: sustainable development goals, health, and tech. So you, who is, for example, the person applying for this scholarship, where do you find the middle ground? The middle ground where teaching blends with sustainable development goals. Teaching blends with tech. Teaching blends with public health. Where do you find that? And when you're able to find that and carve a topic that is at that middle ground, then that's when the scholarship providers are like, okay, this is a very relevant topic. This is something that the world is interested in solving. And it's a government scholarship. So governments are interested in solving the current world problems. So you now write that, and then you now put your research theme. And if we go a bit down, there is the idea of the research plan. The research plan. Listen, you guys, I don't know if there are any teachers who are going to be watching this, especially with the Japanese government scholarship. When they talk about the research plan, what they are looking for is break this down into months. Your first month in Japan, what do you want to do? Month 1, month 2. This should, as you're filling this up, there should be a table here. Put this in a table where you have the months here and then what you're going to be doing. It is not fixed. It can change, but you have the months here and what you're going to be doing. State it out month till the last month where you finish your program. Okay? So here I have the scholarship application submission checklist. And the reason why I made this submission checklist is that I have seen students 2 weeks to the time when they have to submit their documents, and they're like, oh, and then there was a transcript, and then there was the recommendation letter. Oh wow, I've not gotten this recommendation letter yet. Okay, let me run to this professor and get it. And then, oh, so I needed like my transcripts from high school too. I don't have them. And you have students running around in that diamond trying to put together documents, and also submitting an incomplete file. And if you know anything about scholarships, maybe if you submit early enough, they can be like, okay, hello, this is Japanese government embassy in Hyderabad, and we want you to submit the documents, like your file is incomplete, we want you to submit this particular document. Maybe they can be kind enough to call you, but the thing is, that is if you submit early, right? If you're submitting on the deadline is the deadline. They won't call you, they'll just treat your file as an incomplete file, and that is where this scholarship application checklist comes in. So once you get to your scholarship, you have already determined that you are eligible to apply for the scholarship. The next thing that you should do is go to the how to apply page and pull out all the documents that you are required to submit. So when we are looking at the scholarship application checklist here, it says, I hope you all get access to this. It's on the Study Abroad Vision Board Planners and Journal for 2023. It says scholarship admission checklist. List the documents you have to submit and check each to make sure that you don't forget any. So let's say that you go to that how to apply page and you're pulling out the documents and you see high school transcripts. You write the high school transcripts. The next one, maybe they require your certificates. Okay, so you type their certificates. I made this in a way where you can just type it on your phone, because carrying around a whole book may be a hard, so I just made like you type it out. So certificates, you have your certificates there, and let's say you need your recommendation letter. Certificates, we have it there. Recommendation letters, we have it there. CV, we have it there. And all the documents that they ask them. Maybe they have like the application forms. The application forms, sometimes these application forms are many of them. You have it there right now. The MEX Japanese government teacher training scholarship, they are accepting applicants currently, and they have these huge application forms. So application forms, you put it there. So you put all of these documents there, and then you're looking at it, making sure, also checking like, okay, do I have it, do I have it, do I have it. It keeps you on track to make sure you have all of the documents, as well as when it is submission time, you, as you're putting together your file, this check, this check, this check. That way you do not forget anything, and when you submit, you know that you're submitting a completed file. Remember, planning starts with a vision. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself by the end of this year? What goals do you have for 2023? It's extremely important that you start from there. And in this video here, I show you how in 2023 it's important to have a vision for your life, such that by December you would have achieved all of these things. So go and watch this video, and I'm going to see you all in the next one. Cheers.